For decades, they were known for one thing: the modem, the invisible chip that connected your phone to the world. They were called a monopoly, a patent troll, a company dependent on a single device, the smartphone. When the smartphone market sneezed, this company caught a cold. But while the world was obsessed with cloud AI and NVIDIA, this company was executing a silent revolution. They weren't trying to build the biggest brain in the data center. They were putting a brain in everything else. We have analyzed the financial filings of Qualcomm from the 5G supercycle of 2021 through the brutal smartphone correction of 2023 to the explosive diversification of 2025. The data reveals a new reality. They are no longer just a wireless communications company. They are the engine of the connected intelligent edge. This is the financial story of Qualcomm. Let's go back to fiscal year 2021. The 5G era had just begun. Under the new leadership of CEO Cristiano Amon, Qualcomm was riding a massive wave. In 2021, revenue hit $33.6 billion. By 2022, it soared to a record $44.2 billion. The numbers looked invincible. EBT, earnings before taxes, nearly doubled in 2 years. Every flagship Android phone, and even the iPhone, needed their 5G modems. But the 10K filings from this era reveal a dangerous dependency. The handset segment was generating the vast majority of their chip revenue. They were rich, but they were vulnerable. Investors were worried about one thing: what happens when Apple makes their own modem? It was the sword hanging over Qualcomm's head. They needed a way out of the golden handcuffs of the smartphone market. Then came 2023. The year gravity took hold. The pandemic boom ended. Inflation spiked. Consumers stopped buying new phones. The semiconductor industry entered a brutal inventory correction. According to the 2023 annual report, Qualcomm's revenue plunged to $35.8 billion. That is a drop of over $8 billion in a single year. Net income fell by 44%. Wall Street panicked. The critics said, "Smartphone innovation is dead, and so is Qualcomm." But while the revenue was falling, something strange was happening in the background. In the depths of this crash, two smaller segments were showing resilience: Automotive and IoT. Cristiano Amon didn't cut costs in panic. He doubled down on a strategy called One Technology Roadmap. He bet that the same technology powering your phone could power your car and your laptop. The recovery began in 2024, but the story had changed. In fiscal 2024, revenue climbed back to $38.9 billion. But the star of the show wasn't the phone, it was the car. The automotive revenue stream grew to unparalleled heights. By fiscal 2025, Qualcomm had secured a design win pipeline worth over $45 billion. They weren't just selling modems to car companies anymore. They were selling the Snapdragon digital chassis, the entire digital brain of the car, from the dashboard to autonomous driving, was now running on Qualcomm silicon. And then they opened a new front, the PC. With the launch of the Snapdragon X Elite, they challenged Intel and AMD in the laptop market. They promised the impossible: high performance with smartphone-like battery life. The 2025 filings confirm it. Qualcomm had successfully diversified. They were no longer just a modem company. They were a processor company. Now let's look at the most recent data from the latest quarterly reports. The buzzword is AI. But unlike NVIDIA, which dominates the cloud, Qualcomm dominates the edge. Your phone, your car, your VR headset, your PC. These devices need to run AI locally without connecting to the cloud. This requires a powerful NPU, neural processing unit. And Qualcomm has been building NPUs for years. The latest financials show that the IoT and automotive sectors are becoming massive growth engines, reducing the reliance on handsets. They have effectively hedged their biggest risk. Even if the smartphone market stays flat, Qualcomm grows because the silicon content per device is increasing. From 2021 to 2026, Qualcomm faced an identity crisis and won. They survived the post-pandemic crash and emerged as the undisputed leader of the edge. While others fight for the data center, Qualcomm has quietly conquered everything outside of it. If the future is a world where every device is intelligent and connected, then Qualcomm is the oxygen in the room. They are the bridge between the physical and digital world. Thanks for watching. If you want to understand the companies building our future, make sure to subscribe.